Okay, we're just gonna get straight into it. First of all, contacts. Very spooky. Here is the prosthetic I created myself. And first of all, I'm just putting on glue on my face. And I remember that I forgot to take up piercings, so I just get them out of the way. And now I'm putting on the glue again. This is a prosthetic. And I just work in small areas and I stick it down. I just start from the middle and work myself out. I'm just gonna speed it up so it goes a bit quicker. So more about this prosthetic. Basically what I did was that I sculpted this prosthetic on a mold of my own face that I have laying around. And then I just created a lot of molds and I filled it with silicone and stuff. I didn't really know what I was doing, honestly. So now I'm just using some acetone on a Q-tip and I basically use it to melt away where the edges are the thinnest so that I can create this sort of seamless blend. I mean, I'm not that good at this yet, again, but I'm trying and I know this is how you're supposed to do it. You can still see that the edges are kind of rough, because basically I just fucked up when I was filling the mold and I used too little, so the edges were rough and I had to go in with silicone afterwards and try and yeah, I don't even know. I also struggled a lot with the areas around the eyes. I think what I did wrong was that I made them way too close to my eyes. They should sit further out towards my temples. I think I had real deep set eyes. So I have like this really intense curve, you know, from my eyebrow down to my eye. So it just couldn't stick to that. Basically what I was doing here was that I went over with even more prosthetic around the edges to try and blend them more into my skin. And I think I actually went with 2 layers. Just to really make sure that it was smooth, even though it didn't turn out that smooth in the end, because again, I don't really know what I'm doing, okay? It's also really hard to get it to stick down around the lips. So I guess it's just because, well, your lips move so much, so I don't really know how to solve that, but I guess I want to make the prosthetic actually go on top of my lips next time. I think that should solve the issue. You can see here I'm going around the edges again, and here I'm just being stupid. And my camera is hating me while I'm just powdering to take away some shine and stickiness. So okay, so painting, first I'm using white, like water activated paint, so it's, well, water activated, so it's pretty like runny in consistency, which I really like for this. So first I'm just trying to get like a base layer, and also trying to blend my neck into it, of course, even though I knew that most of my neck would be covered anyways. But it's best but it's better to do too much than too little, I guess. So then I'm using red, and I'm using sort of a spattering technique here to create some textures to hide those still visible edges. And I never really managed to cover them that well, but I'm trying my best. I'm going really overboard here. The painting is starting running. RIP. I'm just going back and forth with like the white, the red and the other colors. I'm using actually a cream paint, and I'm just making certain parts deeper, like around the eyes and the mouth, also under my chin as some sort of a contour. Again, like I'm being really rough and just stippling it on because I don't want that super neat look. There you can see how rough it actually is. I think it still looks really cool. I just wish it was on purpose and not accidental. And here I'm just using the tiny brush to add depth into those little crevices that I couldn't reach with the bigger brush. You can see I'm going off screen quite often just because I can't really see what I'm doing and I don't have that great of a mirror setup. I need to figure out a way so I can get the mirror up higher above the camera, because then the issue of me is tilting my head way too low should go away. I was experimenting with that and I dropped my mirror on my toe, and to be honest I think it's not broken, but it's not good because it still hurts like a bitch. So now I'm using blue just to break up the color a bit so it won't just be 2 colors. You won't see much of it in the end anyways, but I don't know. I'm just going with the flow here. I have no real plan. And just going back and forth with different brushes and different shades to try and get a nice blend. And now I'm just using some of that white water paint to, well, make the eyeballs white. Because, I don't know, eyeballs are usually pretty white. And also a bit of a red for that tear duct. And then black, this is also water activated paint. I guess at this point I forgot to actually show what products I use. But yeah, it's just the same as the white, well, black. Again, I tend to go a bit overboard with the colors, and then I just go back in with the previous lighter shades. I don't really know why I'm so heavy-handed, but it worked anyways. And I'm using, well, I think I'm using some white now. Again, it doesn't really want to focus, but you can kind of see, just to highlight some points, and they are making the nostrils black, because, I don't know. And now I'm just showing on a shit ton of red eyeshadow, just basically covering everything I did. Again, I don't know why. I just did. Yeah, there you can see how I'm really tilting my head way too much, but I'm just too into it at the moment to think of what I'm doing. I like completely forget the camera. Here I'm trying to do some sort of eyeliner. I mean, I absolutely suck at eyeliners. I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea to do it when I have a giant prosthetic on my face. But I just wanted to bring in some sort of like glam element. There you can kind of see the shape. Like, I was kind of going for some sort of fashion monster thing. And here I'm just using black eyeshadow to basically just cover up my horrible eyeliner job. And then some yellow pigment on the center. It's just kind of like a halo eye, as you can see. Looks pretty cool. And then I accidentally put the gold on the eye, but I thought it looked pretty cool, so I just went with it. And I'm just trying to put on some eyelashes. I wish I had like more dramatic ones, but I didn't, so I just make do with what I have. And it looked pretty horrible. Again, it was really hard to actually reach in here and put the lashes on, because my eyes were even more deep set now. And then I actually threw on some gloss on the eyeballs. I thought it looked pretty cool actually, even though you can't really tell right now. There you can see how it gives this wet look that looks really good. It also looks like a vagina, but don't mind that. And that is pretty much everything. I threw on this wig. I also put on like a latex catsuit and some gloves and these really tiny black horns. I wish I had bigger ones, but I gotta make some, so yeah. I haven't done that yet, but I really like how this look turned out, even though it's still really rough and I can find so many flaws in it. It was still like a really good first try at a full face prosthetic. I think it looks really cool, especially from afar. It's really dramatic and intense. I love it, and I'm really excited to start making more of these. Even though it's really time consuming and intense, it was still really fun. So I hope you enjoyed this look, because I really did, and I will see you soon again.